All right. Looks like everything is going as it should. Wonderful. Wonderful. All right. So I noticed yesterday, I started looking into planetary industry. And so I went over to planetary management. I bought all the skills. I went ahead and started getting these upgraded because these are the ones you really need to get it done. This one looks like it increases your ability to find resources, and so does this one. So you're going to end up probably doing better with these. But these ones are kind of the backbone here. You got to have these. But it's going to take months, literally 2 months to max these out, which maximizes your base level of what you can do. So in doing that, in setting that up and getting prepared to do it, I realized yesterday that it's going to take literally forever to progress in this game. Like, oh my goodness, forever. And I think that that's probably the thing that is most off-putting the new players in this game. Is it really feels like you're just not gonna make any progress. And there's a lot of doing really basic things for a really long time before you can really move forward. Now, I don't necessarily have a problem with it. I'm perfectly fine. I'm happy to wait. But it does mean that we need to find some activities that we can do right here, right now, at a really, really base level. And we need to do those activities and stop making plans so much for our future. Because our future is a long way off, right? We're going to be in this Rifter. We're going to be in a venture. We're going to be doing those things for a while. Now, apparently, I'm at war right now. We're doing faction warfare, right? We joined the Minmatar faction. So we are at war. And so now it's time for me to explore what sort of opportunities. Hang on, I got some rewards here. Claim all those. I have some opportunities now to do some things. Let's go back to the start here. Does this say capture a faction? Oh, nice. Capture a contested faction warfare facility. That's cool. We might go do that. What are we looking at here, though? What are we going to do? How are we going to do it? This isn't really what I'm looking for. Let's look at... What do I have new? Oh, storyline agents. Congratulations, you've been offered a storyline mission. Complete these missions to receive a large bonus to your standings with the Offering Empire. Expires in 6 days, expires in 5 days. Oh, this person is near me. I feel like maybe I should do these. Are these really important? You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it.
Warp drive active.
I don't see any value in not going ahead and doing this special mission. Maybe I'll get some cool shit. I assume purple is me, right? Is purple allies? If it's not purple, shoot, right? That's that's kind of the way we go here. So yeah, so I'm gonna do these storyline missions because I assume they're very good. And then
Active.
we'll check on the faction warfare image there. And we'll see if maybe we can't go take our Rifter out, maybe catch a fight or two, and maybe earn some currency. We could also check on the fleets, right? Um, Here's one.
Docking
Gate
permission
camp,
requested.
probably not interested in that.
Accepted.
We could make our own fleet. Oh, this is a private. Got it. We could maybe make our own fleet. See if we can't get a couple of lobies. Go do some low level stuffs. Let's check agents. Storyline. All right, so we're gonna get 62 million or 62,000 isk here. William Antonelli. What's up? So William, in this game, your missions are mostly boring as shit. There's not a lot of this game is about the sandbox and about creating your own enjoyment. So yeah, there's a lot of really boring shit to kind of get you started and teach you how to do the game. But after that, you're going to become kind of unmoored from missions and from stuff like that. And it's going to be about going and creating your own fun and doing your own thing. You will still be able to do a lot of, yo, what's up, Gravy? You will still be able to do a lot of these missions, not the career missions, but like the mission agents down here, the distribution and stuff. Those are going to be the same kind of boring ass shit. And they're just there really to improve your reputation. You have to remember, this game is 20 years old. Um, so, 20 years ago when MMOs were created or really first started taking off, we didn't have a lot of understanding of how to make, dynamic quest lines, dynamic stories, anything like that. We still struggle with that today. So these early MMOs have primarily just kill quests or gather quests, right? It's all fetching and killing and doing all that stuff. And if you want some entertainment outside of that, joining a corporation or going out on your own, joining the faction warfare, something like that, fighting over points, trying to interact with the world on your own is really going to be where you're going to find that enjoyment. If you try and let the game guide you to interesting and fun things, you're going to be disappointed. There we go. Let's go do this quest. Why is the Oh, okay. I see now. We're gonna have to move this. Er, er. Trying to manage my UI in this game is making me want to scream. That's where I'm at. All right, managing this UI is gonna make me hate my life, but we're figuring it out. We have so much stuff everywhere. It's just full. Um, let's see. Set the destination. Go do the mission.
Warp drive active.
Especially because traversing this game is fairly boring. You know, a lot of times when you play other MMOs and stuff like that, a lot of the gameplay is your traversal. Hey, William Antonelli, thanks for the follow. Yeah, so a lot of your gameplay tends to be your traversal in a lot of MMOs. And in this game, traversal isn't really a thing, right? You click on where you're going to go, you warp there, and there's not really a lot of moving through the world, except on a really, really small scale when it comes to doing the things you want to do. And so, especially, it becomes really difficult to make engaging, quests because a lot of the engagement comes from that traversal. And it just doesn't exist here. So, I imagine you're probably realizing, like I am, William, though, that the progress in this game is about as slow as you can get. I am having a really hard time. Like, I want to start my planetary management. What have I been up to in Eve? Mostly just mining, shooting some little NPCs with my little duder here. Got my little duder. Like him. But progress is slow in this game, Gravy. I just triggered, I want to do some planetary management. So I triggered some command center stuff and some other stuff. These two things right here, which allow me to maximize the amount of planetary management I can have, take 2 months to train. Even as an Omega, where I get double the number of skill points. So I can't even like max out my planetary management for 2 whole months. So there's really nothing I can do to speed that up. I mean, I can earn some skill points. I could buy some skill points if I really wanted to, but for the most part, it's just not really a thing. Yeah, one of the viewers came, another streamer came, and hooked me up with the Plex that I needed a few days ago, so that I could go ahead and get that done. I was quite grateful. I am moving up in the universe. That's absolutely right. Blinding light. All right. I'm learning how to adjust some of my key bindings and change, how I interact with my characters so that I can do a little bit better job of moving around the world. And shooting up the guys. Okay. Looks like I finished. So it looks like it was just go over there, shoot those dudes in the face. Actually, let's not warp. I keep forgetting. Keep forgetting that I should loot corpses, hermit. Not that these people actually had anything useful.
The capacitor is empty. Warp drive active.
All right. Forgot to pick up my daily today. Another 50k ISK. Tomorrow we get a new ship. Destroyer. Might just be a Thrasher or something, but that's fine. Yeah, even my progress toward trying to move into the Tech 2. Right, I've got this Minmatar frigate thing. It's going to take me another 8 days just to get into the Tech 2 frigate. It is such a slow experience. Why am I not jumping? Go to the jump gate. What even happened? This game glitches out and takes you to some weird places sometimes, or I hit wrong buttons or something. I don't know exactly what's going on. But we're losing it over here. Freaking losing it. No, I don't know how profitable doing the faction warfare is going to be. Um, you know, they say you can get some decent currency from the faction warfare, but, you know, I don't know exactly what I'm doing. So we're going to just kind of mess with it and see what happens. Try and turn some points. And earn some stuff.
Docking permission requested.
First, I want to get this quest done. Just to see what's up with it. See if there was any specific value in doing it. Other than just getting, I assume, a bunch of standing. Yeah, so I just went up 0.2 on my standing, which is really quite a bit. Okay, and it looks like this is a whole quest line. Interesting. I'm not terribly interested in that right this moment. Let's go into the agency here. Let's go into encounters. Let's go into faction warfare. Let's open up the faction warfare window and let's see what this is all about. So, the Minmatar Republic is, I believe, red. So what I want to do is probably find some of these areas where we have, like, surrounded yellow. Or maybe some of these areas where we're, like, taking things over, but things don't seem to be done yet. System is a rear guard advantage. This system is a front line. This system is a front line. They have more advantage than we do. This system is a front line, but we have advantage. So I don't know precisely. This is where heck is at right here. And this is where the Amar is at. So I kind of want to go do some stuff off in the obscurity over here. I don't know precisely. Oh, this takes us way down into 0.2 space, huh? So this is low sec. That's point 0.4. That's low sec. Point 0.4 low sec. Is it all low sec? Okay, so it looks like all of the faction warfare takes place in low sec space. That kind of makes sense. Okay. Well, we're going to set up, we're going to go over there. And we're just going to see what there is to do over there. Because it interests me a great deal.
Warp drive active.
So there are lots of different kinds of activities that you can do when it comes to faction warfare. Apparently there's factional warfare agents. Oh, okay. Here's some contested regions. So we're stable here. We're contested here. I believe these small... Okay, let's change it. This one's closer, so let's go here. So these smalls, I think only frigates can go in. I think is the like rule. And mostly, right, there's only 15% contested from the other faction here. So mostly this is owned by us, so it'll probably be reasonably safe for me to go there and kind of figure out what's going on. Why am I getting further away? Did I accidentally not click? I think I accidentally didn't click where the new one was taking me. Look at all these Concord folks.
Warp drive active.
All right, let's get out there. Let's have some fun. Kind of want to get in a fight with another person with as shitty equipment as I have. That's what I want. Oops.
Warp drive active.
There we go. Only really ever going to want to shoot at one enemy at a time. Low security system. Oh, yeah. Let's teleport here. Let's go ahead and load up my nanites here. Sure they can. Alright, that must be already full then. That's fine. Does low security mean there's less NPC police? Yes. It also slightly changes the rules about what happens. So I think in low security space, Concord won't come to your aid. They just have a small presence at the gates and stuff like that. But if you kill somebody in low security space, you do, I believe, create, you get like a negative reputation or whatever. So that Concord will attack you if you go into high sec space after killing people in low sec space. So there's like a cooldown timer where you can't really. Why are we not jumping? Why did we stop mid warp again? But I'm not actually 100% familiar with exactly how the security system works in the game. I haven't really interacted with it. I've been staying mostly in high sec and doing mostly mining. Now, I am currently involved in the faction war. So I joined the Minmatar faction, which is my home faction. And when I stepped outside of the gate today, it told me that there was going to be no interference from Concord. So let's read this actually. So it says the star system you are about to enter is in a pirate insurgency zone. Oh, this is new. Okay. And under the effects of maximum corruption. The system should be considered very hazardous for general traffic. The rules of engagement in this system have been changed, and Concord response forces may not be relied upon in all cases. Sentry gun systems and lookouts in some warp scrambling area effect devices may have been disrupted. Great care should be taken when traversing the star system. Okay. Yeah, so because I'm in the faction war, even in high sec space, members of the other faction can actually kill me, and they won't get attacked by Concord. So things are actually pretty interesting. Wow, we're in stage 5 corruption here. Pirate PvP item drop rate increase, roaming pirate gang presence, pirate warp speed increase, system security breakdown. Yeah, so this is the faction war, right? This is us versus Minmatar. And then this is the pirate insurgency, and this is us versus the pirate faction. And so in this region, it looks like we're winning the faction war, but the pirates are beating our ass. So what I want to find here. We have tons. Okay, so we have tons of the angel outposts. These are all pirate things here. And then we have the Minmatar stuff here. So let's first go to the Minmatar small site. I believe this is what's called a Plex site. And based on the size of them, you are allowed to bring ships ranging from frigate to battleship. So the large versions of these sites, I believe, allow you to bring up to battleships in the... Oh, there's no large one anymore. And then if I'm not mistaken, these smaller sites only allow like maybe frigates and destroyers. I don't know exactly what the breakdown is, but there's frigate, destroyer, cruiser, battleship. So there's 5. So it wouldn't surprise me if it was only frigates, and then medium was destroyer, cruiser, and then large was battle cruiser, battleship. All of this stuff actually exists for reference in the game. Okay. Public destroyer. This is my... Okay, it looks like we're capturing here. Yeah, so if you need to reference any of this information in game, William, you can go to your encounters, you can go to your faction warfare, and then you can open the faction warfare window or check out the systems or check out the agents. But if you open the faction warfare window, you get a show of what's going on. You've got lots of different views. You've got different objectives. So this is going to tell you what all the different things you might be doing in the faction warfare. Gonna go eat chicken wangs. Just get it. I don't even know what most of this information is. Statistics. So the top kills yesterday in the faction war were 28. Top kills in the last week was 124 from one person. So there's lots of stuff going on in the warfare. And then progression. This tells you. So I'm a warrior right now. And I think I'm taking control of this site. Not really 100%. I don't know why this Republic Destroyer shows as red to me. Yeah, for real. Gravy's always eating the good foods. I'm over here eating peanut butter and jelly tacos, and Gravy's having chicken wings and kinds of good shit. Making me jelly.
The capacitor is empty. The capacitor is empty. The capacitor is empty.
Weird. I don't believe I couldn't kill those drones. Because that would have been game over. Like, I was kind of winning that fight, even when the drones were still alive and I was attacking that person. So, if I had been able to kill the drones, that would have gone really, really well for me. Not being able to do so was unexpected. All right. We don't want cannon number twos because I can't actually use those. Right? Yeah, Ava was a person. That was, in fact, PvP. What's in my cargo? Oh, right. Can't use these. And then we want to go ahead and go to modules. We want to go here. Go to turrets. Go to smalls. We want 200 millimeter small auto cannons. Because we can't use number twos yet. Um, so some stuff that went wrong in that fight. Number one was my capacitor died. Oh, right, I don't want a warp scramble either. I don't need a warp scrambler. So I put a shield extender on here, didn't I? Small shield extender. Can I put a 2 on there? Fuck yeah, I can. All right. And then let's save this fit. Save as. We're going to put it over the top of this person's. And then we're going to buy it all. I'm not really all that rich. I do need 3 billion ISK. But I make it's mostly because I play a lot. So I make about 100 million a day, somewhere between 50 and 100 million a day off of gathering in high sec because I play for like 14 hours a day. So I've got, another 100 and something million in resources and stuff in here that haven't sold. I've got some resources over here. I've also gotten really lucky. So I'm actually down right now overall because somebody sent me 200 mil and I sent myself 700 mil from an account that I had years ago that I didn't really play for very long, but I followed some strats to earn a bunch of currency. So I'm actually down right now because I've lost 2 barges out in low sec, and because I've purchased a ton of skills. I bought all the skills that are available as an alpha, which was a stupid idea, but I did it anyway. So, it's kind of that streamer privilege thing. People are nice to you and send you things, and I didn't really earn it. But yeah, I mean, even low tier gathering, if you're willing to put the boring time in, is extremely valuable. Makes you quite a bit of currency pretty quick. Let's go over here. This. Hit ship. Yes. All right, now we're back in it. Okay, so we ran out of capacitor extremely fast in that fight. So what do we need to do to make that not happen in the future? Why are none of these green? Yo, what's up, Damien? How are you? I need to quit the game and come back to Dune? Why would I ever do that? Why would I ever do that? My channel is doing so much better playing Eve than it ever was playing Dune. And I'm having so much more fun. If Dune's endgame wasn't a literal pile of garbage, I would still play that game. But it's a literal pile of garbage. I probably should have figured out where I was going. Is this where I was just at? No, this is a medium and a large. This is where I was just at. I think I want to go there.
Warp drive active.
Eve doesn't look that fun to me, but there's a couple of other space type games that I've been debating trying at some point. Specifically Starfield and Elite Dangerous. I mean, neither of those are MMO games, right? Which is why I wouldn't play them.
Warp drive
I like to see those other people running around. I didn't like Starfield 2 on rails for me. I have Elite Dangerous, but I like Star Citizen more. I'd play Star Citizen if I could, maybe. Maybe not. The monetization of that game is a little too egregious for me, I think. Elite Dangerous is an MMO? Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I mean, that makes it not better, though, right? If it's so buggy that you can barely play it after 15 years of development, then I don't. After 15 years and hundreds of millions of dollars of development. I mean, I understand they're trying to do something really special with server meshing and making the world really huge and um, really interactable and player driven. But there comes a point where you failed. Maybe stop taking people's money.
Active.
Yes, Star Citizen is the one that's the most crowdfunded ever, where they sell ships for thousands of dollars to fund the game. Yeah. Yeah. I take that back. I would never play Star Citizen. Hey, I don't have thousands of dollars to spend. And B, I'm not trying to support some game. All right, let's go back to this small thing.
Warp drive active.
We're gonna beat this lady's ass if she comes back. Oh, she left. She's not even here anymore. That makes me feel kind of sad. Oh, these people are the Angel Cartel. They're not the Amar faction. Yeah, it's real buggy. I think Elite Dangerous might be the way to go between those three games. Hmm. Acceleration.
Warp drive active.
Yes, I am totally muted. Sorry about that. Yeah, not big story for most games. Perfect example. Final Fantasy 14 probably has the biggest story out of all MMORPGs. I skipped every single cutscene in that game except for 3. Yeah, I don't really do storylines either, Damien. I don't really do storylines either. Looks like we've got just the one enemy. Little Mr. Unscarred here. Dune Awakening, I've watched all the cutscenes, listened to the quest things. I haven't, I don't even know what the storyline is in Dune Awakening, honestly. I haven't watched any of that stuff. I don't know what the storyline is in this game either. I know is I'm a Minmatar. Oh, look, it's my corpse. Can I loot my corpse? Did this person leave any of my stuffs? It doesn't look like I can try and loot any of my stuffs. Probably would have to drop a salvager on it or something to get my stuff out of it. Two minutes and 26 seconds before we take this point. Then we get to see what exactly we get as rewards for doing this. If it's worth coming out here and losing a 10 mil-isk ship. Probably isn't. I think I saw an EVE Online short pop into my YouTube earlier. Because you'd be watching my streams, dude. The algorithms know. Sorry, it's all my fault. All right, where are we going to go to next? We're going to go to... We got outpost raid, medium outpost raid, open outpost raid, small outpost raid. We're going to go to a small outpost raid here when we're done with this in 10 seconds. Don't understand exactly how it happened, but it was a big ship called a Titan. It wiped out an entire fleet that almost looked like they were warping right into it. Hey, we captured. I don't know exactly what happened. Let's go look at our ISK here, transactions. Bought a bunch of stuff. Okay, it doesn't look like it gave me any money. Did it give me LP? Tribal Liberation Force. Yeah, I got 19 LP for doing this. At least I think. Yeah, have a good one, Damien. Enjoy your time in Dune.
Warp drive active.
All right, let's go do this Angel Cartel thing. We're going to take this spot over. Fuck these pirates. Trying to take over my Minmatar space. About to spank their bottoms. Acceleration. Use the warp gate.
Warp drive active.
There we go. Doobity-boo, doobity-boo. Doobity-boo, doobity-boo. Ooh. Well, this is bad. Can I just not even hit any of these? There we go. Oh, we're so dead. What's a Tristan? Okay, it's still a frigate. See, here's the same problem. I just can't hit these freaking... these drones. Yeah, I definitely I should warp out, but I'm trying to like figure out if I can find a way to start hitting some things. It seems like if I don't go directly at them, I have a tendency to be able to hit them a little better. If I'm moving kind of in a straight line and they're coming after me. So if I chase the Tristan, that seems to be giving me some ability to hit those enemies. It was when I was orbiting. So it seems like orbiting the drones creates a really bad. um, Okay, so I just need to pick a point in space then. Instead of flying right at the Tristan, just pick a point in space, maybe perpendicular to the Tristan to fly. So that the drones are coming at me. So that I can shoot the drones. And then, I mean, I have my my slowdowny thing, but it does drain my capacitor. I do think that fight was winnable. Um, since that Tristan has such a large drone bay, it's unlikely that they would have been very strong once all the drones were killed, right? It's just a frigate. So let's go look at... Let's look at the ships that I've lost to, and let's see if we can learn some things about them. Are they Amar ships? Okay. Yeah, so... Well, they've still got quite a few hard points, so two turret hard points. Wow, 2 turret hard points and a 40 M3 drone bay, huh? Gracious game. I wonder if it's a good idea then to go after the... I mean, what do y'all think? Some of y'all have played a lot more PvP than me, right? Those are my first 2 PvP encounters. Well, 2 of my first 3 PvP encounters ever. And those are absolutely the first 2 times that I've ever fought somebody who was anywhere near my level, my skill. I mean, that person's in a 2-year-old account, so I guess they're probably not really close to my skill, but interactions, combat log. Let's see here. So I got killed 25 minutes ago by this person with some Gatling pulse laser 2s. Yeah, that's fair. So this person was rocking Tech 2s versus my Tech 1s. And this person was rocking Tech 2 Acolytes, but I don't think they shot me at all. All right. Let's buy it again. I generally like this fit. I think it suits me pretty well. Um, it didn't say anything. I don't know what they were using to shoot me. I have a hard time parsing the information on the battlefield too. Again, that lack of experience makes it so I don't necessarily see exactly what's going on. Go down here to this. Let's fit the ship. Drop in my stuffs. Oh,
Warp drive active.
it definitely was better. So a couple of things that I think I did right was, I had my stuff up here, right? So I've got my targets pulled out and moved, which I think is super important. I think this is more than enough space right now because I'm only going to be fighting a couple of people at a time. So that's fine. We have, our general and stuff over here. The first fight, I tried to use general or mining to target their drones, and that was terrible. We need to go ahead and replace my configuration here. So much better job using this, I think. I didn't target enough things at a time. Was definitely a problem. I joined the Minmatar faction, Linja. Don't give me that face. Don't you look at me in that tone of voice. Minmatars are the best. I intend to join Angels at some point, but that's actually who I'm fighting right now. Is the Angels.
Warp drive active.
But for right now, I don't want to have any sort of negative impacts to my ability to move around in my own high sec. Oh, are they? I don't care about that. They have the coolest ships. Or at least the ships that look the coolest that also have the fitting types that I want. Because they've got the bullets. They use the projectile turrets. And that's what I want to use. 20 mil per complex. Why does teleporting to this one keep leaving me 15 AU short? I'm so confused. I just took a complex in the faction war, and I don't know exactly what it gave me. I think it just gave me smell P. I'm not really sure. I don't, I don't really know what's going on. Oh my gosh. Oh, they're like here. Get your little ass over here, lady. Oh, they own this space. I am getting murked by the guards. Okay, please let me out. Well, that was bad. And I'm talking to myself again. So yeah, I don't understand exactly where the LP goes. Does the faction warfare LP also go to incursions, or I'm having a really hard time understanding exactly what's going on here. Okay, well, I'll see if I can figure it out. We just need to go take another spot. And once we take another spot, we can see how the LP numbers have changed. I am losing so much ISK doing this. I don't I don't want to stop, but I'm gonna have to because I'm fucking getting my ass kicked. Oh, can I not even use this one? Am I a complete fucking moron? I think I'm a complete moron. Also get Eve mail when I get LP? Okay. Oh, look at this. All of my... War, Minrapa, join the Mimitar, Tribal Liberation Funds, loyalty points awarded for military effort to secure a strategic facility in the contested system. Okay, so this is it. So it is the Tribal Liberation Force. Cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Let's go ahead and fit the ship here. No, I don't want to go to a simulation. Oh, what are you doing to me, game? Fit the ship. No.
Insufficient power.
Bullshit, we have insufficient power.
Insufficient
I've
power.
literally used this exact same fit 3 times already. This game is really starting to piss me off. Okay. What are these called? Small ancillary current routers. Do I not have those? Is that my problem now? Or do they have them, but you just broke it? Small compact acid battery. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, show me the thing. View and market. Buy 2 of these. Go to my inventory. No. Exit simulation. Small ancillary nano pump. Not sure why I didn't just buy this a second ago, but that's fine. We're good. Nope. Did I not buy the guns either? Oh, these went into my ship's hold. That's cool. So I do have those. They're just in my ship hold. That's fun. What about my 200 millimeter guns? 200 millimeter guns. Bam. Oh, okay. They're just not online. Got it. Got it. We're good. We're okay. I'm not gonna scream. Now this, I think, is currently not working, right? I don't know why it's not working. I thought I had that skill because I thought it said I could use it. But we'll take that off. And we'll put a different shield on. Can this one go on here?
Insufficient power.
Okay. Small restrained shield extender. Ship is fit with both armor and shield modules. I'm aware of that. Almost like I'm the one who did it. Okay. Let's undock. No, let's not undock. Let's look at the opportunities here. Let's go back to faction warfare. Let's open the faction warfare window. Not the faction warfare window I wanted. Let's not go back to the zone where I've been getting the crap kicked out of me. All right, this one has 3 smalls. So let's go to the 3 small place. That seems like a fan-freaking-tastic idea. I can get smalls. Linja, since you probably know, what are the restrictions for the different size plexes when it comes to what types of ships you can take in them? Is it like only frigates in the smalls, and then destroyer cruiser in the mediums, and then battle cruiser battleship in the larges? Or is it frigate destroyer in the smalls? I mean, I'm going to go out on a limb and assume that it's probably only frigates in the smalls because that's all I've run into. And I would assume people would like bring destroyers if they were allowed to. But gotta double check, you know?
Warp drive active.
We're gonna get a PvP kill today. It's gonna happen. This fit feels decently strong. It feels like I could be winning these fights if I was playing better. Had any freaking clue what I was doing. So,
Warp drive active.
oh wow. I just chewed through my capacitor warping. That's fun. That's not a problem I'm used to having.
Warp drive active.
Every time it stops halfway there. I do not understand what's going on.
Warp drive active.
I think this person is a Mar faction. Can I please leave? Oh, they're camping this gate? Is that? Yeah, they're definitely camping this gate. Okay. let's see. I don't think I want to do that anymore. Right this moment, since I don't really know what the hell I'm doing and I'm just losing my ass right now. And I don't think I necessarily want to be in a faction war while I'm mining. But I don't want to wait again for 24 hours if I leave the faction. To join the faction again. Whatever. Who gives a shit? I don't think faction warfare is really in my future. At least not in my near future. Okay, so you don't even retire instantly. So I'm just still in the faction. Is it going to tell me how long it's going to take for me to retire, or should I just guess? Guess I'm just supposed to guess.
Warp drive active. Can we maybe go towards the resources? That be a thing? Thanks, buddy.
Alright, so mine. I did capture a contested location. Fucking liars. There's 4 people from an enemy faction in here. How horrifying. Well, I think if I can't stop this thing from or if I can't retire and rejoin regularly, then I'm just gonna stay in the faction. It's gonna suck because I'm probably gonna get killed, but whatever, dude. Faction warfare is extremely bad for gatherers, then, eh? Because these people can just come kill me. And Concord won't even come save me now. That's really shit. Not really sure what to do about that. I think I'm gonna have to get rid of the smiley dude, too. There's just nowhere really to put him. He's just kind of in the fucking way. I'm a little hungry. I'm gonna go snag something to eat while this goes on. I'll be right back. Yo, what up, Spoonie? Sorry, I was out getting something to eat real quick. How are you? I just got murked a bunch of times. Tried to go do faction warfare. Got the crap beat out of me. And back to my mining operation. Absolutely. If you like getting punched in the face, faction warfare is a lot of fun. Especially faction warfare against people with 2-year-old accounts when you have an 8-day-old account. Really, really fun. Hey, what's up, Twist? How are you today? Honestly, kind of need to go through and do like some minimum viable account time calculations. I mean, that's true. We will be there when we be there. But that's something I want to figure out is how long exactly is it going to take? Because you only need one ship, right? You just need to be good at one ship. And you don't even necessarily need to be great at one ship, right? I think if you can get up to mastery 3 in a ship, then that'll be good enough. And so I think it only takes about 2 or so months, right? But I do think it only takes about 2 or so months to get up to mastery 3 in a ship, and I think that's even as an alpha. So I think as an omega to get to mastery 3, be much faster. But I think that's kind of the path. Take 2 months, get to mastery 3 in frigate or a destroyer, and then if you want a PvP, you do faction warfare because faction warfare has limits to the size of the ship you can take to some of those capture sites. And so I think if you had a Mastery 3 ship and you had the ability to take Tech 2 gear with it, right? You get to Tech 2 in whatever type of weaponry and modules, like side modules that you want. And then you take, a full Tech 2 kit and a Mastery 3 ship. I think you can do well in faction warfare. But I think if you go out there less than that, you're just asking to die way more often than you win. And so, I mean, you still could go benefit from faction warfare. You would just have to go ninja cap things. Wouldn't be able to fight. And I would very much doubt that ninja capping is worth more money than, like, say, going out and doing exploration or something like that. I think, unfortunately, that means we're going to be taking a step back from trying to get ourselves into a position to PvP and do some stuff like that. Because I am more interested in long term viability than I am in short term entertainment. I don't care very much about the PvP and stuff. My interest in this game is about industry and making currency and stuff like that. And PvP will just kind of be a secondary thing to that for me. So instead, I'm going to start working towards my planetary industry, um, and stuff like that across, a large number of accounts and characters. Try and work our way up that way. Yeah, well, I mean, it's extremely boring, and it's going to be extremely. We're we're going to gather all day. That's what's going to happen. Because I don't think I have the skill to, as a player, I don't think I have the skill to go out and do those other things and escape often enough. And I don't think my enjoyment of the game would last if I just kept dying. So we're going to do a bunch of gathering and hiding. We're going to start working towards our planetary industry. And then once I can do planetary industry character, we're going to start. The reason that's important to me is if I can get this character to a point where it can flex it a week instead of an entire month. That's, I think, really bad advice, Spoonie. Because this game runs on ISK, right? Everything you do in is about ISK. And so there's a really, really bad game where something like 5%, and so it's all well and good to say put fun over ISK, but ISK equals your ability to act. If you don't have the ISK to buy Cruiser, then you can't go do. If you don't have the ISK to flex your account, then you can't do anything of, you know what I mean? Especially if you're trying to run it free to play, which is what because it's an option. I think better advice would be find a way to have fun making. You don't necessarily want to optimize your ISK, but you do want to optimize your ISK based on what you enjoy doing. So, like, for example, gathering is a stupid ass way to get in. But I'm going to do it anyway because going down and like scanning down hacking sites. But you 100% need to consider how to optimize inside of the thing. And it's also pretty irresponsible yourself do the things that help you pass. Like planetary industry is a very, very passive way to, and not doing planetary industry, I think that planetary industry does do stuff that's fun instead of stuff. But in order to do that, A, you have to be Omega. B, you have to have, at least a couple months under your belt just to train first two relevant skills, which are interplanetary consulting. I don't know what that second word is. Run dead sight in between. What is it? Dead. Talking about this thing? Combat sites. Is it? Everything is going wrong today. Okay. All right. I don't know exactly what's going on with my audio recently, but my microphone keeps detaching from my fucking software. And I don't know why. I don't know if the plug for my microphone is like hanging out of its USB port or what exactly is going on. but it's been happening for like 3 days straight now. And it hasn't happened in the last year that I've been streaming. So I need to figure out exactly what's going on
Asteroid is depleted.
because it's going to be killing my streams if it keeps happening. So I am going to be done for the day. I am going to try and figure out what the ever-loving crap is happening to my stream, and I'm going to try and fix it. And we'll be back tomorrow. Because if bad things keep happening today, I'm going to lose my calm. Yeah, I'm sure it's fine right now, but it'll potentially happen again if I don't figure out what's going on. So I just need to take some time and figure out what the problem is and get it fixed. So I'm going to do that. So sorry, this is only a 2-hour stream. I know I try and stream every day, and I usually try and stream for at least 6 hours, and today's just not going to happen. So thanks all for coming out and saying what's up. We will be back tomorrow, hopefully without any problems. And we'll be back to trying to gather and trying to earn that currency. We're going to stop messing around with other stuff, right? We just need to focus in on the goal and stop trying to do other things. We spread ourselves too thin. We spend all of our skill points on stuff that's not focused on what we're trying to do, and it ultimately holds back our account. So we are going to lock in on just gathering and industry and stuff like that and move forward from there. So I will see you all in the next one, and I hope everybody has a great day.